math competition, a math competition lesson. So since today is just a review, I'll be going over like stuff you should have learned in algebra and geometry, and there is some stuff that you may not know, but that's completely okay. Write it down, take a picture or something like that. So right here, this is pretty easy. You probably should have learned this in your first few months in algebra. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, or you probably know that by your heart right now. But 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, they might be a bit new to you. So I recommend writing that down. But it's basically the same concept as 1, 2, and 3. So I don't think you need to, but if you want to, you could do that. For the right side, right column, that is exponent rules. You probably should have learned this in algebra 1 too. So, and maybe even sooner, like pre-algebra. So that's pretty easy. Take a look at it, take a picture, write it down, whatever. So this is also pretty easy, which you should have learned in algebra 1. The slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. Point slope, y minus y1 is equal to slope times x minus x1. And the standard form is ax plus by equals c, and so on. But if you don't know any of these, just search it up. Maybe do a few practice problems with it, because this is going to be super useful. Transformations. You probably should have learned this in high school geometry, but I'm pretty sure many of you have already learned this in like elementary school. So probably know reflections, translations, and rotations. But on the right, this picture is so useful. I want you guys to take a picture of it like right now. Like I use it time to time, and like you don't know how useful it is. Like so, I always review it. I try to I memorize it all the time, and it's really good to memorize. So you should know how to solve equations. I won't give an example because currently it should be basic knowledge, since this is competition math is beyond algebra 1. So in the next slide, I'll be going over some basic geometry and how to find area, perimeter of shapes, which you should definitely know, and other important material about geometry that you may not recognize, which is totally fine. We will be implementing those elements in later episodes. So right here, this is a picture of my notes. This is the first page. So at the top is triangle. You should probably know perimeter and area. But the area of an equilateral triangle is 1/4 times a squared times the square root of 3. If anything is wrong here, please put it down in the comments. And the Heron formula, which is actually which is super useful. I haven't had any problems in the competitions so far, but they would probably be useful for like 11th grade and 10th grade. 10th grade and 12th grade. So, and trigonometry probably. So it's basically where you have 3 sides of a triangle with 3 different side lengths. So you have 3, you know the 3 sides. So put them like in order, like A is the first one, B is the second one, and C is the third one. So S is equal to half of A plus B plus C. And then you see there, A equals the square root of S times S minus A times S minus B times S minus C. Then we have rectangle and parallelogram. And parallelograms. So you should probably know the area and perimeter. You should definitely know that. And this is pretty simple. There are a few problems in competitions about this. A times D is equal to B times C. Like if you see that rectangle, there are 4 there are four like areas inside it. They're not equal, so that's just basically the formula, I guess. Pick's law. Before I wrote this down, I never even heard of it. I've never even like known it existed. So it was like super. It was super weird learning it for the first time, but here it is. So at the bottom of the Pick's laws segment, it says B equals to number of points on the perimeter, and I is equal to the number of points inside the shape. So area of a rectangular grid. Rectangular grid is that right there next to it. Is A equals B over 2 plus I minus 1. So you should know, I don't think you would know that, but like it's probably pretty important because I myself have not seen any problems like that, but they might do it for future competitions. And for a triangular grid, you see that right there. It's like triangles into a grid. So the area of that is B plus 2I minus 1. Minus 2, sorry. So, trapezoid. Trapezoid is A equals base 1 plus base 2 over 2 times the height. So right here, you see the trapezoid. So, if you don't know what the bases are, the base 1, you could like switch it over. But base 1 could be the top one, and base 2 is the bottom side. So they are not equal. So base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 times height. Height is pretty easy if they give it to you. This should be easy. Rhombus. This also surprised me a bit before I wrote it down. Like the perimeter is pretty simple, 4s. 4 times the side length. The area, that is actually pretty cool. Like if you can see that, D1 is like the vertical one, and D2 is the horizontal one. So half of D1 times D2 is equal to the area of the rhombus. Circle, this is also pretty simple. The circumference, which is basically the perimeter of a circle, is 2 pi r, and area is pi r squared. And for the circumference, you don't have to do 2 pi r. You can just do diameter times pi. So r is the radius, d is diameter, and diameter is also 2r. Pi is around 3.14. And right here I have kind of like a diagram of what the radius is and a diameter. And the dot in the middle is the midpoint of the circle. So thank you for this. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching, I guess. Please come to later episodes. Subscribe, like, share it to anybody who you know is in like about 6th grade to 10th grade, because this course will really help for anybody in that. I encourage you guys to go and join competitions such as the AMC 8, AMC 10, AIME, MOEMS, and Noetic. You can do research on that. And since this is the first episode, please put down a comment of something that I didn't go over that you think you should know and you think I should teach. So, like I said in the overview, watch the overview. In the math overview, I said that you guys have to like actually listen. You have to learn it. And I won't be giving you a homework in that sense, but I will be. I'm in the comments. I might, or in the description, I might put a list of websites you can visit. But I really recommend learning this in your own free time, like going to websites and doing other stuff. Thank you. I'll see what I should teach next. Thank you for coming. Bye. Please share. Please subscribe. Thank you.